Mr. Chairman, I move to strike the last word.
The gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes to strike the last word.
Thank you so much. I rise today to speak on behalf of my bill, H.R. 742, the Telling Everyone the Location of Data Leaving the U.S. Act, or TEL Act, and this amendment in the nature of a substitute that is being brought up. TEL makes a simple requirement of all mobile applications and websites. If you store and maintain data in the People's Republic of China, or if users' data is in any way accessible by the Chinese Communist Party or any other Chinese state-owned entity, you must disclose that to the consumer. The Americans have the right to know. Due to past actions, I believe, by past Congresses, you now have to agree to allow apps to track you, and you have to be warned or notified that cookies may be downloaded by websites to your computers and devices. The American people deserve to know which apps on their phone or programs on their laptop are collecting personal data to give to the Chinese in quantities far greater than those from the big white balloon and in far greater depth. The bill also provides that failure to disclose is a violation under the Unfair Deceptive Acts clause, and it gives the FTC enforcement authority to fine companies who either fail to disclose or who knowingly disclose false information. The big white Chinese spy balloon was a wake-up call to America. This bill should be a wake-up call to big tech, which is why they're squirming. Our constituents are sick and tired of their data being exposed to the CCP, and we wonder what it's being used for. Our message to big tech is simple. If you don't like the disclosure requirements in this bill, knock off storing data in China, or be prepared to tell our constituents why you've chosen to be so cavalier with their personal information. I want to thank my Democrat co-lead on this bill, the gentlelady from Ohio, Marcy Kaptur, especially for her leadership in fighting against Chinese abuses over the entirety of her long and distinguished career. This bill is proof that we can work together. We can work across the ideological spectrum and across party lines to protect Americans, all of our constituents, from the predators of the Chinese Communist Party. In that bipartisan spirit, the aims we are voting on includes clarifying amendments suggested by the minority after our subcommittee markup, ensuring that we are focused on data related to individual Americans and protecting those Americans from the Chinese Communist Party. It is time to shine the sunlight on what the CCP has been doing behind the scenes to get access to volumes and volumes of Americans' data. I ask for your support on this legislation, and I yield back the balance.